Hi and welcome. So today I'm going to show you a way to personalise Google Classroom for you to make it a little bit more interesting maybe for your students. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to alter the header, 3 different ways to put an image and personalise your Google Classroom. So we're just going to go into Google Classroom and you can see I've got just this theme that was already selected for me. So the first way you can do this is to select a theme that's already been pre-populated by Google. So there's lots and lots of already created themes that Google has created for us. You can have a little flick through and find one that you find is relevant to you. So maybe I just fancy, let's have this one, okay? And that's the first way you can change the way and customize your Google Classroom to make it feel more like yours. The second thing you can do is you can actually completely change this image. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to upload a photo. So I teach science, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go into a Google search and I'm just going to find an image that's relevant to science. So I've just typed in science. Now make sure you've clicked on the tools and you want an image that is quite large, so I've selected large, and you obviously want an image that you can reuse. Okay, so I've selected creative column, so that means I can reuse it. So I'm just going to pick this image right here, and it needs to be over 860 by 200, so this is definitely big enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just save this image, and I'm just going to save it, and that will do for now. And if I go into my classroom, I can just upload a photo and I can just drag it down from this bar at the bottom, or I can just select a photo to upload. Now, because this image is much bigger than the image that the bar that's allowed, the 860 by 200, I can't stretch it, but that's about all I can stretch it to. So I can have a little look for where I think it looks the best and select my class theme. So that's the second one, using an image from Google Classroom. You'll notice that in Google Classroom it slightly darkens the image. You want to maybe go for something quite bright. The third way to do it is to personalise your own, come up with your own creative way of designing the background. So the way you can do that is with a template. So this template is from Alice Keeler. She's a Google trainer, so I've just borrowed her template. I'll put the link of this in the information at the bottom. So you make a copy of the template and then you can customise it. So this is exactly the right size for the Google Classroom header. Okay, so you have automatically made a copy of it, so you don't need to worry about editing anybody else's, and you can just rename the title of this to whatever you want it to be, and you can then just start editing it. So just by right-clicking on it, you can change the colour. And like I said, I'd go brighter than you normally would, just because it darkens it when you put it into Google Classroom. And maybe you want to put in a Bitmoji, so I've got a Bitmoji extension up at the top. So I could put in a Bitmoji, obviously looking for one for science. Okay, so, genius. Let's have this one. And just drag it in. You can play about with this as much as you want. You can alter the colours, you could put in a text box. So now just remember that the writing in Google Classroom is up on the left hand side. So you just want to be careful with that writing. So just thinking carefully about where you put it and remembering it will be darker. So I'm just going to change the colour of that, and I'm just going to make it much bigger. Let's have it much bigger than that. There we go. And I'm going to just kind of move it across to this side, just because I don't want it to be interfered with by the title of my class. And then I'm happy with it. So I'm going to go File. I'm going to save it as an image. Okay, so what I need to do is go File, Download, download as a PNG image. And there it is down there. Just go back into my classroom. I will upload the photo. And then I can just drag it in, or I can select it from my computer. So I'll drag this one in. And then I just need to make that bar, the selected bar, fill it, which will be exactly the right size thanks to Alice Keeler's template. There we go, select. And there you go, you can see how much darker it does make it. But that's another great way to personalise Google Classroom. So 3 ways to change the heading, change the colour scheme, change and customise your Google Classroom to make it a little bit more personal, a little bit more friendly, a little bit more fun to you. So you can use an already theme that's already in Google Classroom, you can use an image from Google or wherever, or you can create your own image as well. Have fun, see you.